Alrighty then. Shall we get going? Might be a wee bit racist. All will. A little racism. I'm going. Okay. I put out the Discord thing, right? I just realized I might not have actually hit enter before closing it. No, I did. Okay. Yup. So let's get 3 going. Yes, I would like to continue. Alright, turn off my phone. I'm not distracted by it. So, fun story. Oh. Well, for one thing, it probably... Okay. The game's being captured properly. So a little PSA for you. If you're playing this game on Steam, it does not save your save files. You have to back those up manually if you want to uninstall the game and reinstall it later. You have to drag the save files over.
Long ago, in ancient times,
So my original save file when I played through this is gone because I, uninstalled it at some point in like the last 2 or 3 months. And I reinstalled it recently. I was like, where's all my save files? So, thankfully or unfortunately, this is a very common problem. So people have uploaded their save files. So I just downloaded one that I already had Dante done. Well, technically, it doesn't have Dante done. It has, like, everything unlocked, but, like, it doesn't have upgraded or anything. So, now we can just play Vergil. And I don't have to tear my hair out trying to, the gold? I think it was gold that I want, right? It was gold.
Devil may cry.
It wasn't, I don't have to tear my hair out trying to beat, all of DMC 3 within, like, a day or two, because I only found out about this yesterday when I booted up the game to make sure it would work. What did I play through this the first time? I just play through on very hard. I was thinking about playing on harder difficulties, when going through these games again. We could just play this very hard. Oh, are these all the different costumes unlocked too? Gotcha. Interesting. We'll just do the default. Decisions. Am I gonna regret decisions? Well, I played on hard on future games, but I'm not sure if those games didn't have easy either, so I think those were just easy and normal, because they usually only have, we'll just play on very hard for this game, and then I think I'll play on whatever difficulties I've unlocked. Hopefully 4 retains my save file. At the very least, I still have 5 installed, so we'll just play on very hard, I guess. Not Dante Must Die difficulty, but...
So, you're looking for the book of ancient legends. The tale of the...
It's been a while since I saw this guy. Kind of forgot about him.
That's not what I'm looking for. Leave me.
I like how the book just yooks right into the bookshelf there.
A demon that impregnates a woman who then bears twin sons. That's the story, isn't it?
Leave me. I won't tell you a third time.
People inherently fear evil. However, occasionally a person may become seduced by evil.
What are you getting at?
Share with me the story of Sparta. The activation method is as I described before. It should be a simple matter for you. I will go to his place. I believe that I know where the item we seek is located. You should dispose of any obstacles quickly.
Oh, those guys are unfamiliar. All right. I forgot how over the top the DMC 3 cutscenes were. They really are just like over the top action most of the time. Sorry, just enjoying the over-the-top action of it all. Yeah, it really does look like Dante there with the hair down, huh? They're twins, after all. I wonder if they use the same model for Dante and Virgil. Or at least, like, the same head model or whatever. Well, saves on resources, too.
It begins.
Okay. Virgil can switch between 3 melee weapons using L and R. Y base moves differ depending on which weapon is equipped. Yamato has wide attack radius, and the DT gauge fills quickly. Force Edge uses the same skills as Dante. Beowulf has a narrow attack radius, incredible attack power. Note, Virgil cannot switch long-distance weapons. That's not exactly the controller I'm using, but it's close enough. Style, action, examine, lock on, melee attack, change mode, double trigger. Okay. When your style level increases, you can learn new actions as well as obtain new moves at the time space statues. Yep. I don't think I have anything. Yeah, I shouldn't have any red orbs, and I shouldn't have anything upgraded. Dark Slayer. Okay. This might actually be a bit harder than normal at the start here because presumably you would have some red orbs to spend after finishing Dante's side of the story, usually. So, especially putting it on very hard. So we have Judgment Cut, but that needs to be unlocked, and Rapid Slash. Okay. Well, the best way for me to learn is just to try it. Oh, I see. He gets, like, summon swords instead of a typical gun. Okay. Hey, Rakira. So Vergil's current style is kind of like Dante's trickster style. Okay. I think the biggest difference between Dante and Vergil is probably going to be Vergil's, well, their ranged attacks, but also for Vergil, he doesn't have like a lot of air combos, it feels like. Also, he feels like he's going to be a much more weighty character, if that makes sense. Oh, hello. On the plus side, we get double trigger from the start. Oh, there was a air attack. Okay, so he does have some. The summon swords seem to do a lot of damage, or at least a good chunk of damage. Even if they do fire kind of slowly. B, I'll take a B. We'll just overwrite. Put this in slot 2. Mission 2, the Blood Link. Man, it has been a hot minute since I've played this game. Okay. I think a good month or so. Actually, I should probably look at this. Air Trick. Okay, so that's what he has so far. I wonder if he gets more weapons. I should probably save up for blue orbs. And purple orbs too, but I think switching out weapons is going to be more of a thing too. Switching them out for the right scenario. It's weird coming back to DMC 3 after all this time. It still feels okay. It just feels a little more stilted than maybe some of the future games. That's fine. Part of the reason why I want to play all the versions of Vergil back to back is to see how he changes throughout the games. Oh, shoot. Well. First of many, I'm sure. Maybe we should have set up a death counter. If I come back and do, like, Dante Must Die mode or something, I'll set up a death counter. Or maybe on a future game, because we already started this game. But it could be kind of fun. Oh, so he does have... Oh, interesting. This shorter sword acts more like Dante, which they kind of said that. Then again, I don't remember how Dante plays because it's been a minute since I played DMC 3. Okay, small vital star. Oh, these guys. There's a lot of these guys. I think something I'm gonna have to overcome when I'm doing this run through of games is, besides 5, I haven't played 3 or 4. Like, I haven't played 3 or 4 in a while. I'm gonna have to readjust to them. And the game is probably expecting that you just finished Dante's story, so it's gonna throw pretty much all the enemies at you again. Ah. Especially if I choose harder difficulties. Oh my gosh. Ooh. Yes, yes, continue. What's that, 2 now? Gotta get used more to dodging, I think. Dang. I gotta stop spamming so much. I'm on a harder difficulty now, so I can't spam quite as much. Not unless I'm in double trigger mode, and even then, yeah. As I get more health and more red orbs, I'll be able to spam some, but... Ah, jeez. There's so much going on. And I can't see all the enemies due to the camera perspective. Holy cow. Okay. This is the first group of enemies on, like, the first proper mission. Hey, Union. So I have good news and I have bad news. The good news is we get to start playing as Vergil in DMC 3. The bad news is it turns out on Steam doesn't save your save files for the HD collection if you uninstall the game. Like, it doesn't cloud sync them. So I had to, but unfortunately or fortunately, this is a common problem. So I just downloaded somebody else's save, or a save that somebody had set up that has, like, all the costumes unlocked, but none of the upgrades done. So that way I could just play as Vergil and not have to recomplete all of Dante's story before today. But because it has everything unlocked, it means all the difficulties were unlocked. So instead of just doing hard, now we get to play on very hard with no red orbs or upgrades to start with as Vergil. So, yeah. In a game I have not played in, like, a few months. Apparently, like, I'm not wrong in thinking that apparently there used to be cloud saves until one day there just wasn't for some reason on the Steam version. So, like, a bunch of people, like, uninstalled the game at some point and, like, just lost all their save data. I think it does. but I'm obviously not going to use that. Maybe we can mess around with it later, but yeah. I wouldn't feel right, obviously, using that until I've properly unlocked it for myself. Also, it means you could technically do a run of Dante Must Die with either Dante or Vergil with no upgrades, which not how the game was intended to be played, but you could play it that way if you wanted to. Oh, shoot. Oh, for sure. I'm having difficulties with just very hard without any upgrades here. I still haven't gotten past this first group of enemies. Well, group. Because we're both on very hard and I don't have any upgrades, so. The only saving grace is because, is that I have Devil Trigger from the start, so. But yeah, trying to get reacquainted with DMC 3 after a few months with this is proving to be quite the ordeal. But we'll get through it. It'll be like any DMC game. The first, like, couple hours will be, like, a lot of death, and then I'll get some upgrades and I'll get used to the combos, and then we'll be fine. Although that does make death number 4 or 5, I think. The fact that I can't remember is also an indication that stuff. Although we are getting a decent amount of red orbs because I keep fighting these same groups of enemies over and over again. So that's something. A concentration meter. I'm surprised it's not called the motivated meter. He does feel a bit more clunky than just like the characters in DMC 4 and 5 do. It's like kind of weird coming back to DMC 3 after playing 4 and 5 because things just feel so much more fluid there. Like one thing I'm running into with this specific encounter is a lot of the time, like there's just so many enemies on this map right now, and I can't see all of them at any given time pretty much. So I'm just kind of getting nuked sometimes from like off screen because these guys like to dash in. No, I didn't. Sorry. Hey, Junie. Yeah, you too. Have a good one. No, I don't. I don't even have that yet. I still have to unlock that. Like I said, no upgrades and stuff. So that's why part of the reason why this fight is being such a pain here at the start. But it'll get better once we get through like this fight pretty much. I keep pressing B because it's supposed to be the extra combo thing, usually for Dante, but it's not a combo thing here, it's just a dodge, which is not bad. I could use a dodge, but... Ah, shoot. I think that makes, what, 6, 7 at this point? 6 or 7 deaths? I got a white orb. Okay. That's the first time I've gotten a white orb. Hey, Seven Mad. How's it going? Oh, just to recap, I chose very hard Vergil difficulty after a few months of not playing DMC 3 with no upgrades or anything to start with, because I had to download somebody else's save off the internet, because when when I uninstalled the game, Steam did not save the save data. So I don't have any upgrades yet. So that's why this first group of enemies is really kicking my butt. Well, it's part of the reason, but yeah. Ah, shoot. Did they include the pizza song? Can you confirm or deny if they included the pizza song? You know, I actually had the, you know, the da 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 dum ba bum ba bum ba bum ba da 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 dun 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 do 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 do. I mean, to be fair, I did choose very hard, knowing what I was getting into. Ah, shoot. I was deliberating whether or not to do just hard or very hard, but I figured I'd do very hard, since I started doing, like, hard on, 4 and 5 by the time I got to those games. Or are they normal? I'm not sure if, like, 4 and 5 just don't have an easy mode, or if, human is supposed to be easy or not. It's unclear to me. But yeah, we'll just go with whatever difficulty, the hardest difficulty I have unlocked on those, probably. Unless we have, like, Dante Must Die unlocked or something. Because maybe in the future, but I'd have to, like, go and get all the upgrades before I would attempt that. No, it's very hard. It's one step below Dante Must Die. Because, like I said, I don't have any of the upgrades or anything. So you kind of want to have those before you even attempt Dante Must Die. Also, we haven't done Bloody Palaces at all for the games. I haven't even looked at them. I don't know what they're like. Could be kind of fun to do every once in a while, though. Because I think they're more of an endless mode kind of thing. You just go as far as you can. So the good news is it's not Dante Must Die difficulty. The bad news is this is one step below that, so Dante Must Die would be even worse. No, you're good. Shoot. Shoot. We're back, I think, almost to that boss fight thing again. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, I probably won't use that reward until I... or if I actually get around to finishing the Bloody Palace. I mean, I could try it just to mess around with it. Or if I need to, like, farm some red orbs or something. But, like, other than that... Because otherwise it wouldn't really... It wouldn't feel too great. You know? Oh yeah, I gotta remember that double trigger as an explosion is a thing in this version of the game. Or rather, just this game in general. As opposed to the future ones. I'll be honest, I'm so focused on not dying rapidly that I'm not even paying attention to, like, my combo meter or anything. Alright, let's see if we can do this mini boss. I have, like, no health or devil trigger, so it should be interesting. Ah, shoot. Well, that's figures. Should I, like, quit the mission and buy some upgrades and come back? Let me try this one more time, and then we'll have probably about 10,000 red orbs, and I can get some health upgrades or something. And we can come back and restart the mission. I think that's how it works, right? Or will it just negate the red orbs? Well, I wouldn't be losing anything anyway, because I'd have to restart the mission over again. Might be a good idea, yeah. I thought about farming out some red orbs as Dante before today's stream, but I was like, do I really want to? Also, actually, I don't think that carries over in this game because Vergil is on a different save file compared to Dante. So I don't think that even carries over, does it? Gotcha. Yeah, I quickly thumbed through the costumes, but I didn't obviously pick any of them because I was like, oh, probably one of these is like the devil trigger. Ah, shoot, the infinite devil trigger one. The explosion at the end. So let me exit out a minute. Rest in peace. The low quality like cutscene there with like the black bars. Okay, so load game. Yep. Oh yeah, you can see here, I can cycle through all the costumes there. And then customize. Do I have orbs? No, I only have the 3,000 I started with. Gosh dang it, now I don't even have those orbs. Well, let's just buy the purple orb then, since I can't buy anything else. And we'll try again, I guess. Means I'll just have to get good a minute, I guess. I guess the orbs aren't a big loss or anything. We get way more red orbs the farther we get into the game, so... The fists seem pretty strong. They delete those lower tier enemies pretty quickly. At least they have that going for them. There are no Ignis gauntlets, but we'll do fine. I feel like Vergil starts off with more health than Dante does, but maybe I'm misremembering because it's been a while since I've played this game. Wish there was a checkpoint right before the mini-boss fight. Oh well. I guess the lower tier guys kind of go down pretty quickly if you can actually hit them. Okay. It's just been a minute since I played DMC 3, so... I remember... I think a good chunk of the enemies. Partially because there were only a few different enemy types in the game, and there were just, like, different upgraded versions, like the scythe guys here and stuff. Oh my gosh. Shoot. Okay. Oh shit, these guys. Do you like Vergil or Dante more? In terms of moveset or as characters? Because I'm quite partial to Dante. I played through all the DMC games at this point, so I played as Dante more, for sure. I'm actually coming back and playing through as Vergil after completing all the DMC games for the first time. Because I thought it would be fun to go through and play as Vergil back to back to back and see his evolution through 3 through 5. Shoot. How much fun that's actually going to be for me is up to debate, but it should be interesting at least. So far, I'm really missing air combos from Dante. That much I can say for certain. I imagine Vergil has some air combos. Oh, shoot. But it's certainly not as much as Dante did, where it's a lot easier. It feels a lot easier to juggle enemies with Dante. Which not only gets you, which not only makes it impossible for them to fight back most of the time, it also means you're not on the ground, which makes it harder for enemies to backstab you while you're in the middle of a combo against another enemy. Really? I think Dante's easier. I imagine Vergil has a good kit as well and can be quite powerful if he can do everything he can do in boss fights in the different games, but in terms of like ease of play, I feel like Dante's got to be easier to play. Ah, shoot. Although I guess that might be personal preference too. Can't wait till I get the... Oh, nice, I got a double S there. I can't wait until I get the upgrade that lets me fire the swords more quickly. It seems like spamming the X button as much as I can to fire at the swords in the middle of a combo is actually pretty good. Moreover, it staggers enemies, which keeps them off my back for a sec. Although, without locking on, it does mean that it can be kind of hit or miss on whether it actually hits somebody. But with this many enemies on screen, it's kind of hard to miss. Oh yeah, Dante's combos and DMC5 have a lot of complexity. Oh shoot. And nuance to the longer form combos. That's for sure. But like on a non-high level, like just on a normal play level, I feel like Dante's easier to get into, and he was designed like that. At least for 1 through 3. 4 and 5 make him more deep in his skill set and have Nero be the starter character you play as, who is still pretty good, especially in 5, and pretty good in 4 as well. But like, for ease of use, he's definitely intended to be your first... Oh shoot, they just all ganged up on me at once there. He's definitely meant to be your starter character, right? Like, he's got those grabs in 4, which are just ridiculously good, and they're such easy free damage compared to like the other characters. Dante in 4 and 5 gets access to switching styles on the fly, which gives him a lot of depth just in that alone, not to mention he can swap weapons on the fly as well. As for Vergil, I haven't played as Vergil in 5 yet. I guess unless you count V, which, yeah, I don't think you count V, but Being as he probably has a completely different play style. The hardest thing for Vergil about me is the judgment cut. Are you there? There it is. I was like, I have 1 health. I hate that all those orbs I got were gone. Oh well. I hope every fight in the game isn't like this. I don't think it will be. I think once we get through this first section here, it'll be fine. I just have to get through, like I said, this first section here. Yeah. Yeah, at least in this game, Vergil seems like he's much more intentional with his movements than maybe Dante is. In that he doesn't fire off attacks as quickly for the most part. Except for probably some special moves or whatever. But his hits definitely hit harder. Like, his swords are more slow firing than, like, Ebony and Ivory. But also, they do more damage, it feels like. But they still have a good amount of range. Is it just me, or is his, like, double trigger HP regen really low? Yeah. I'm really fighting with the camera here. Just with the amount of enemies on screen. I hope that's not going to be a reoccurring theme of this playthrough. Is that one of my worst enemies is the camera. Okay. I've got a decent amount of health. I got no devil trigger. Ah, shoot. This is only a mini boss, by the way. This is just a regular enemy later in the game. Well, not regular, but you know, it's not like it doesn't have its own health bar in future. But I don't think it has as much health as it does here. Oh, I got it halfway down that time. Health regen speed might be affected by difficulty mode. I could see that. Again, it's been a minute since I played DMC 3, so I don't know if that's just how the health regen is in 3, or if it's like actually being lowered or something. But at least I made progress, or I'm making progress. I got its health halfway down there that time. I think the worst part is that I can't just restart the fight straight from that mini boss there. Because if I could, it would probably take me a few attempts and I would get his timings down. But having to get through all of these guys with all their BS of jumping at you off screen and stuff makes it a bit more annoying. You have to get through them every time you want to attempt that fight. Oh well. Gosh dang. Like, right there, besides, like, audio cues, I'm not sure how you're able to tell when that guy's coming at you. There we go. Nice. Was able to actually explode that guy. Usually I'm not able to. It's hard to get a lock on with that many enemies there. Oh, shoot. Okay. Does Vergil have double jump by default? I just noticed that. I think Vergil has. Okay, have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. I think Vergil has double jump by default. I could be wrong, but I thought I saw that. No, I think I was wrong there. I think he just jumped off the enemy's head. I don't care if it's cheesy. I want this boss dead. At least let me get it down to like half health, and then I can jump in and try and get it full dead. Okay, that's probably good. Oh, shoot. Yeah. I think it was just jumping off this guy's head. Oh, shoot. Oh, my gosh. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna beat his ass. All right. Ah, shoot. Sorry, I got hasty there. Intense gaming. Oh, shoot. I got quite a few of them there with that one attack. I gotta remember that the Yamato has a pretty good range when it comes to taking on groups of enemies. It's almost like the different weapons have different play styles and different uses. Who would have figured? Oh, shoot. Ooh, those white guys towards the end are pretty bad, too. Oh yeah, that's happened a few times. Especially with those guys, like I said, who, those white guys, they like to teleport before they attack. They have a Q for it, obviously, but, yeah. Sometimes they can also be off-screen. Like that guy there, he dashed in from off-screen. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I forgot how good the DMC 3 cutscenes were. With, like, just the over-the-top action that they have in them. Like, 4 and 5 have some pretty cool cinematic cutscenes, but, like, 3 just has, like, hey, how about we just have Dante just jump off of a tower, do a bunch of cool moves, and, like, gain Devil Trigger powers. Like, that's just, like, one of the cutscenes in DMC 3. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Ah. Okay. How many red orbs do I have at this point? 12,000. You guys don't give that many red. Oh boy. Well, at least I'll be able to buy some upgrades once I'm done with this. I wonder what the time is going to be on this mission. Because presumably it counts all of my attempts at this mission, right? So my time is probably going to be like half an hour or something. Probably, yeah. That's 10,000. Although I would like to get more health for obvious reasons, which is also 5,000. But yeah, probably by the end of this mission, I should have 15,000. I'm already at 12,000. And if it takes me another couple attempts, I should be able to get to 15,000 before we get to the rest of the level. Shoot. Forgot that they all spawn there. There we go. Getting a little bit better with the Yamato. I guess technically I could replay the prologue over and over again and get more red orbs, which honestly probably would have been quicker at this point, but kind of determined just to beat it as is now. Shoot. I really should have implemented a death counter before starting today's stream. Oh well. Maybe I will do it for 4 and 5. Oh, shoot. It is pretty satisfying to be able to hit that many enemies with one attack with the Yamato. Oh my gosh. Going crazy there. What the heck? They're being a lot more aggressive than usual there. Yamato seriously only have one combo right now. Weird. I mean, it's a good one, but it's like weird that it only has one combo right now. Well, I guess I'm not using any of its air capabilities either. Okay. That's what it's good for in the air. Okay. Probably shouldn't jump. For whatever reason, these guys really like to take advantage of you whenever you jump. Dude. Got caught up in the blast on that one. I think what I should be doing with the Yamato is using it to knock down a bunch of enemies or in groups, and then switching over to one of his other weapons to follow up, because it knocks down enemies too easily. Shoot. That was dumb of me. But it's not like I had much of a chance to win there anyway, with what I had for health and stuff at that point. I think it even hits behind me slightly. Like, it hits a wide range. Ouch. Especially since he has the ability from the start to follow up with the teleport ability. Okay. Doing pretty good here. Shoot. There we go. Okay. Oh my gosh, I think this is the best I've done so far in getting to this point. Yeah, if you can time it right, the teleport ability gives you the ability to avoid a lot of damage. Oh, yeah. But, oh my gosh, finally. Oh, 31 minutes. Holy cow. I got an S rank on orbs, though. Who would have thought? Okay, so that was the entire mission. C, B. That is surprising. I'm surprised that wasn't an F for 31 minutes. Holy cow. Saving. Well, after an hour, we finally got past the first 2 missions. Okay. So, use your sword with blinding speed to cut through faraway enemies. Hold down Y and then release. Okay. Judgment cut. Gotcha. Enhanced judgment cut. And then let me grab the blue orb. And I guess a purple orb here. Okay. It feels kind of weird not to have any cutscenes or anything. Besides enemy ones, obviously. Ouch. Can I get up there? Nope, I can't. An explosive barrel? Why did my auto lock onto that? Holy cow. Those long distance enemies hurt. In more ways than one, too. Alright, how do I get rid of you? Okay, so that is an explosive barrel. There we go. Nice. Gotcha. Yeah, it'll be nice when I can do the upgraded judgment cut too. If I can get the timing down, obviously. Although just finding the chance to use it is going to be the trick, I think. Because you have to hold it down, obviously, and charge it up. Doesn't seem like a fairly long charge time, but yeah, it's an animation, so you're gonna have to commit. Okay. Alright, B for interact. Forgot about that. I recognize this room. It has been a hot minute since I've been in this room, but I recognize it. Okay. Oh, it doesn't look like the charge carries over between rooms. Oh, shoot. Should have seen that coming. Oh, I forgot about the hands that try and grab you from the doorways. You know, I thought Junie was joking when they left. They might have actually left when I said no DMC. Or they might have left in the half hour it took me to get through that first combat. Oh my gosh. No? Okay. I mean, I wouldn't blame you. It took me, like, literally half an hour to get through that one thing of combat. Oh, you can get up here. Okay. I can also get bodied. Oh my gosh, just die. There we go. Hi, Freddy Fazbear. Welcome to the stream. Bum 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 ba bum ba bum 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 ba dum bum bum ba dum. The only FNAF game I can claim to have played at all is FNAF World, despite knowing way too much about the series. I'm just imagining how you would say that and then try and write it out. I don't know how saying that out loud would help. Help. I'm bullying them into a corner. Sorry, you're not allowed to leave this corner now. Okay, I think that's all of them. I have to hit the thing again? No, we're good. Okay. You're in timeout now. Okay, this time let's try not to get bodied by these guys when they jump me after the cutscene. There we go. Get cornered, kid. Oh, shoot. Right, forgot about the grabby hand. Let me grab that health orb that's up top here. There we go. Ah, shoot. Jumped right into that one. Oh my gosh. I can't believe that apparently Vergil cannot teleport through a pillar. I tried to get him to teleport through that pillar, to attack that guy, but I guess that pillar is considered some geometry, so he can't teleport through it. Oh well. Okay, let me get up here and get rid of this guy, because these guys are super annoying. Did I pick the wrong... I'm just realizing, did I pick the wrong, No, I think I picked the right orb type. It's just I don't have any retry orbs, I don't think. I'm trying to remember. I think I picked gold. I'm not sure if that's the right one or not. I have no idea. I thought I picked the right orb type. The one that doesn't make you go back to the start of missions, but maybe I did. Uh-oh. That could make this game a lot longer. Uh-oh. Oh, shoot. Okay. Because I hit continue. So I don't think... Maybe they're just not being as lenient with checkpoints as they were for Dante. Because Vergil's missions seem a lot shorter. Like, they're a lot more truncated. Like, there's a lot of enemies and just a few rooms instead of, like, some enemies in a bunch of rooms. Where it was with Dante. From what I remember. Again, it's been a few months since I played through DMC 3. Truly the true use of Judgment Cut. Okay. There we go. But yeah, hopefully I don't get sent far to the back to the start of the mission if I die of Cerberus. Otherwise, I'll just have to run through a bunch of rooms, I think. Instead of actually fighting the enemies, because... Oh boy. Ah, shit. I remember not actually minding getting sent back to the start of missions when playing through DMC 1, but maybe that was just because of how short the missions were. Like, they're relatively short. Although, Devil May Cry doesn't have super long missions to begin with most of the time. At least it doesn't feel like it. It's interesting how they've adhered to the, like, 20 mission rule, pretty much. I don't know about rule, but the 20 mission structure for so many games. So I think they started that back in DMC 1 or 2, and they haven't diverted from that structure. Like, even DMC 4 and 5 have 20 missions. Although DMC 5's missions felt kind of short, even in comparison to the other games. But maybe that's just because of I was getting better at the mission, so I had to retry less. Or sorry, better at the games. It's kind of fun playing DMC still. I am happy, but also a little worried about that fact, because it means I'm probably going to be playing a lot of DMC in the future still. Although I probably will take a break for a little bit after getting through all the Vergil playthroughs. Like I said, I want to try VR stuff. I know I keep saying it, but I do want to try the VR stuff again. Okay. Can I get up on the roof there? Hmm. Well, I can punch that down. Okay. Technically, would I even have to fight Cerberus? I mean, the game's probably going to make me, but... Okay. Well, this should be right before Cerberus, which is the first proper boss fight of the game. Let's buy some more health. That also refills our health, so that's pretty nice. That's pretty useful. I think Vergil only has one style. I'm actually close to leveling it up, so that's cool. Okay. Makes sense. I'm just thinking canonically, you know, he technically dies to Dante, but it would... I guess they didn't want to have to remake a whole thing of boss fights. I could get Stinger for Force Edge. That's always a funny or fun thing to spam, I guess. Actually, I don't have enough for that. Rapid Slash might also be good to get at some point. Spiral Swords. Create a barrier of countless swords which surround and protect you. Interesting. Is this like a different gun type? No, I don't think so. I think he only has the one swords. Okay. Can I save right before this boss fight? Apparently I can. Cool. Gotcha. Okay. Interesting. I'm trying to remember how I did this boss fight as Dante. I feel like this was a kind of hard one. Then again, I think a lot of the DMC 3 bosses were kind of hard. Oh, I gotta go through that boss rush thing at the end again, don't I? That's gonna be annoying. I think I'll go out of my way to actually farm out some red orbs at some point here. I didn't do that when playing through DMC 3. I don't think I did that until all the way till DMC 4. Although I could have done that from the start, obviously. But, and I think you're kind of expected to almost on harder difficulties, or at least have more things upgraded. But, man, I'm really missing the air combos here. That was not at all effective, big doggy. Then again, neither of my attacks been too effective, so. Ironically enough, my best air combos are with, the Yamato right now. Because I think most of, Dante's air combos were behind his swordsman style in this game, weren't they? I feel like I remember being kind of irked about the lack of air combos without swordsman, but I don't remember if that was a complaint I had starting in 4 or if it was a complaint I had starting in this game. Oh shoot. Well, figured it'd happen at least a few times. Oh, thank goodness, I don't have to start all the way over. I'm over here, idiot. Nice. I think I got 2 heads for the price of 1 there. Yeah, I remember this being kind of a difficult boss fight, but I think most of the boss fights in DMC3 were honestly pretty hard. Like, I remember the end of game, like, boss rush level being pretty gosh darn hard. Like, I think I spent the most time on that one out of any level in 3, 4, or 5. Could be misremembering, though, but I think it was, like, at least an hour or so. I think that was on normal as well. I'm doing okay so far, but we're still in the first phase. I haven't killed any of his heads yet, and he hasn't broken free from any of his chains. Cute. So did Vergil have a dodge ability innate to him? I guess so did Dante. I don't know, I just remember the dodging being kind of funky in 3. Cute. I mean, I don't mind getting really into a game series. I guess that's the thing I always have with getting really into any particular game or game series. Or like any game that's technically endless, you know, like Minecraft or an online game. It's like, yeah, I could be playing this, but unless the gameplay is really good, it's hard to invest that much time into like one game for me, just because like I'm always weighing the cost of like playing this game or playing like, you know, a bunch of other games. Although I don't know, shoot. I think I did pretty well for the second attempt, although it's taking a while to take him down. I think I got him to about half there. Ouch. That's not the attack I thought he was going to do. That'll just kill me. Well, I shouldn't give up that easily. If nothing else, I should get some experience with his attack patterns. I wonder if you can defeat him without killing any of his heads. Probably. Killing his heads makes the fight easier and harder simultaneously, because you don't have the unique attacks for each head anymore, but you also have him ripping off some of his chains, which allows him more reach and gives him some other attacks he can do that are also pretty powerful. From what I remember. Yeah, okay, I figured. Yeah, he takes a lot less damage compared to normal. But I guess that makes sense. We're like 2 more difficulties up of where I was when I last played this game, so. I think the only thing I really don't like about Vergil's current style is that he doesn't have, like, the jump ability is always really cool. Being able to teleport to enemies is really good, but it only works if you also have the ability to teleport away from enemies to get yourself out of a sticky situation. Because, like, you can teleport, and if you time it just right, you technically, you know, probably won't take too much damage. I found him harder in this game, to be honest with you. Maybe it's just because you have more tools at your disposal in DMC5, but I definitely found the bosses in DMC3, I think, to be the hardest of the series for me, personally. What do you think? At least I remember struggling with them quite a bit. Again, I don't know if that's just down to balancing or how used I am, like, just a skill issue on my part or whatever, but I find, at least so far, that the DMC3 bosses took the most time on the first playthrough. Like I said, the boss rush level towards the end of Dante's playthrough, for my first playthrough, took me like an hour or so. Oh, shoot. Not that DMC5 doesn't have tough bosses or anything, especially on harder difficulties. I just found that these bosses were more consistently difficult, you know? Like, comparing this guy to the, like, big guy you have to get on top of as Nero towards the beginning of DMC5. Yeah, this guy is way harder, in my opinion. He's a lot more aggressive. His attacks hit harder. And he has less openings. Shoot. Oh, I thought it was dead there. Also, the some of the other bosses have some pretty hard gimmicks, like the boss, the succubus boss or whatever. Like her final phase there, where she can just get close to you and insta-kill you pretty much, is like a real pain in the butt. I remember dying to it quite a few times, even though I knew it was coming, because you can only damage her when she's coming for you pretty much, when she gets to that phase. But if you get anywhere close to her, obviously you just insta-gibbed. But, oh, you get... Oh, I never knew that. Well, dang. The more you know. Never figured that out. Okay. Well, I'll keep that in mind when I'm fighting her again as Vergil. Makes sense. I just never thought to try it, or I guess I never spammed that button or whatever. Just thought it was an insta-kill if you got near for like the last, you know, 5 or 10% of her health bar. Although I think she heals from that too, so. Not that I survived most of the time by that point once we got that far into the fight. I usually didn't have enough HP to survive that attack. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be kind of glad to get to play Child of Light this weekend. I don't know. I'll be honest, playing through Persona 1, 2, Innocent Sin, and Eternal Punishment back to back pretty much, I'm kind of tired out of like hardcore older JRPGs. So playing something lighter like Child of Light will be kind of fun. Like, I just need a break from that. It was good. I enjoyed it for the most part. There were, there's some old school design philosophy there that's a little bit grating nowadays. Just like how grindy things are and how obscure getting certain things are. Or like it feels like certain mechanics aren't well tested, or just expect you to put in a lot of time for not any real rewards. But oh, did I kill one of the heads? No, but he's getting into the next phase. Okay. Oh shoot. Like, I'm trying to think. I think. And it wasn't even just, like, leveling. It was the way you got personas in those games. Like, they all had interesting ways to get personas, but there were a lot of unique ways to get unique personas that were not fun. Like, I think the biggest grindy mechanic that they added in, which is kind of cool, but as a way to get personas, it's very frustrating, was definitely the mutation mechanic. So the way it works is every time you defeat the last enemy with a fusion spell, they roll a random chance to see if one of the personas that participated got a mutation. The mutation can be a couple of things. If it's not max rank, it could be a couple of ranks for that persona. If it is max rank, it could be one extra skill that each persona can learn one extra skill by having a mutation happen. Or it could be that it can evolve into a new persona. Either of a arcana that you can't get cards for, like cup, sword, all that kind of stuff, which sounds good on paper, and it wasn't too big of a problem in Innocent Sin, because you could speed up and you could just auto kill a bunch of like low-level enemies with fusion attacks until you got the mutation you needed to like evolve the persona. But they made more personas hidden behind mutations in Eternal Punishment, including some really cool unique ones, especially like late game personas. However, there's no good way to like grind that out in Eternal Punishment, unfortunately. For whatever reason, the auto battler gets rid of fusion attacks if you just hit like the auto battle thing. So you have to manually choose the fusion attack every single turn, which made getting mutations a lot more annoying and a lot longer of a process. And again, some of the personas you could get that way were pretty cool. But like, for example, towards the end there, I was trying to get one for Baofu, the guy with glasses. I was trying to get him Mott, the death persona. To get Mott in that game, you have to evolve a specific persona, with a mutation or whatever. But there's a random chance it could just turn into a generic mutation. It took me, like... I tried it twice. And by that, I mean I gave it, like, an hour or two of grinding twice and, like, did everything I could. I gave him an accessory that increased the rate of mutations. I got the buff from the fortune teller that also increases mutations. But no matter what I did, I only got him to mutate once to evolve into something. And it was like the 12% chance to evolve into just a generic persona. You can get rid of that by evolving a different persona into that generic persona, because you can only have one at a time. But it was really disheartening, and I really didn't feel like doing that process with another persona, especially since it was like, what, 11 at night, and the stream was tomorrow at 7 in the morning, or no, sorry, 8 in the morning. Right? Yes, 8 in the morning. So I was like, it's not really that worth. So I just let him keep his quote-unquote ultimate persona till the end of the game, which wasn't too bad. Shoot. Didn't realize he was charging up there. Oh, we're back into that phase again. At least I'm making progress because I'm getting to his second phase. Both this time and last time. Although I think I'm pretty much dead here. Ah, shoot. Yep. Okay. I think I gotta use the combat gloves and boots kind of thing. The gauntlets. I gotta use the gauntlets more because they do a lot of single target damage, it feels like. Especially if I can finally knock off the ice. Which I should probably be trying to do with my swords from a distance while I avoid attacks. Because he doesn't take really any damage until you knock off the ice, obviously. Shoot. Question. There is a boss that Vergil defeats in a cutscene later in the game where he gets the gauntlets from, correct? It's a fight that Dante doesn't do. Do we get to do that fight as Vergil in this version of the game? Or do we just not get to do that? Did they not add any new bosses to Vergil's fight? Beowulf, yeah. Do we get to do that fight, or... Okay, cool. But he just runs away. Okay. That's kind of lame, but... Okay. As long as we actually get to fight him. Oh, you're talking about he runs away in Dante's thing. That's right. I remember now. He's like the son of Sparta. Yeah. That's where the gauntlets come from. And then Dante gets them later after like one of the Vergil fights. I think the second Vergil fight he uses his gauntlets. Is it the way it works? You get each of Dante's weapons for each of the fights, because there's 3 Vergil fights from what I remember in the Dante route. So you get the combination dual swords from the first fight, right? And then you get the gauntlets from the second fight, and then I guess the Yamato with its abilities from the third fight. But it's just pure Yamato and that kind of stuff. Am I understanding that correctly? Because that's what it feels like. Oh, incoming. Ah, beans. Oh, dang. That got rid of the rest of my health bar. Okay. Well, at least I'm consistently getting to the second phase. Slow progress. Gosh, can you imagine if I did Dante Must Die mode? Maybe in the future. I don't know. It sounds kind of like doing KH2 Critical Level 1. One of those things where I could probably do it, but I might lose my mind halfway through. It's also a distinct possibility that that would happen. I wouldn't be opposed to trying it at some point, but I would have to, like, build up to it, I think. Like, I would probably have to do a playthrough of the game beforehand, if nothing else to get some red orbs going, before, like, attempting a full Dante Must Die mode or something. Oh, for sure. Yeah. Well, I mean, you're supposed to, like, have completed this difficulty and pretty much have all the upgrades by that point, and maybe even have the, infinite, double trigger costume. Because that's something you could do before the Dante Must Die difficulty. Yeah, it's something I would definitely consider at some point in the future, but I would have to, like, work up to it, and I would probably have to, like, set aside, like, a couple of months to get through one game. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll make it a sub-goal or something in the future. I do want to make the streams better. I've got some ideas for New Year's resolutions for making the streams better and stuff. I won't share them right now because if I make a I'm still thinking about it, and if I make a commitment, I want to follow through with it. So I'm not going to say too much right now, but basically just, you know, making things better in terms of, like, I don't know, maybe TTS or, like, letting you guys play sounds or whatever. But yeah, I'm still thinking through it right now, trying to get my New Year's resolutions in order before the New Year's. I was thinking it would be kind of fun. We'll see how my New Year's goes, but I'm probably not gonna have any plans. But I was thinking maybe of doing a stream close to the New Year's where I take a look at my backlog spreadsheet I have, just hang out, play some copyright-free Christmas music, and you guys can suggest some things if you see a blind spot in my list or whatever, or I can, like, you know, put things on the list of games I've already played or something like that. Add some new things. Completing DMD is what unlocks the DT costumes. Oh, okay. I thought it was clearing all 900, or clearing all the floors of the Bloody Palace. I haven't done either, so, and I haven't looked into either, so. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Oh, well, I did technically get to the second phase, even though the transformation left me dead. Okay. Ooh. Oh, geez. Okay. Interesting. What are they doing? Oh, they're charging up the Super Ball. I was like, why aren't they attacking? They were charging up their Super Ball attack. Ouch. I always fail to see that headbutt coming. Is it the... No, it's the Super Ball. Okay. It's actually doing a decent amount of damage to them. The swords. Why do I get the feeling like the swords are actually like a decent cheesy strat for like most bosses? Oh, gotcha. Okay. Well, I think this is the farthest I've made it into this boss fight. I did a lot of damage there. I pushed them into the 1/3 range before we even got to the red. Phase. Oh, incoming. If nothing else, the sword seemed good for gathering some DT. Wow, they're moving a lot faster with their attacks. I think I need to camp a little and shoot. Oh, I hate the dodge rolls in this game. Oh, now's my chance. Oh, I think I have enough to double trigger now. Oh, dang it. And just as I say that, I died. Okay. Well, couple more tries, probably. Probably. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to farm out some red orbs. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to replay that one mission that took me 30 minutes. Because that's gonna be the best way to get red orbs, probably, for a bit. Or maybe not. Maybe if I could get better at this boss fight, that wouldn't be bad either. Speaking of red orbs, can I grab that one that's right next to his... There we go. If nothing else, I'll have to do this boss fight again during the boss rush. Gosh, I can't imagine doing the boss rush stage with having to restart the level every time you die. I couldn't do it. At least you get some checkpoints with this version of orbs. Could not imagine having to restart the whole boss fight again. Few things to try are Justice Cut and DT Explosion. That's true. I haven't tried Justice Cut too much with this guy. Oh shoot, incoming. Oh yeah, that is a decent amount of damage. Obviously I have to charge it up, but... And obviously DT Explosion is good if I can get it off. Oh, we're already in the red? Dang, okay. Seems like they go into red about at 1/3 of their health, although the exact timing isn't very clear to me, because I've had them go into red after dealing half their health or whatever. But that may have been just because I did a lot of damage in one go. Oh, I got that. Nice. Or I should say I dodged that. Nice, nice. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I think a couple more tries and I'll be able to get through this. How are we doing on time? Oh, it's been a couple hours. Let's see how we are doing after this boss. Maybe we can get through one more stage after this. Although if there's another boss fight on the end of it, I don't know about that. At the very least, we obviously got to get through this tonight. One boss fight a stream. Take me what? A few months? So question, do you fight Dante or Vergil at the fights where you would usually fight Vergil? How do they handle that? I assume they have different versions of Dante that you fight. First without, like, Devil Trigger, then with Devil Trigger, and then finally the final fight where he's, like, even harder. Red Vergil? Oh, okay. Because I know DMC 5 has a mirror fight where you fight Dante at the end, so I was wondering if they bothered to, like, or not bothered to, but if they decided to do that, like, for the other games too. That's too bad. It would have been cool to see, like, versions of Dante. Yeah. It probably won't be that bad. I think today was just kind of bad because I spent, like, the first half hour or so trying to get through that first level there, or real level. Quote-unquote real. If I take some time and farm up some orbs, should give me a bit more leeway to, you know, take some hits, use Devil Trigger more often, and use some different combos. I'll probably, and like, practice his combos a little bit off stream. I'll probably play a little bit, like this weekend or something. Still though, it's fun to play more DMC. I'm excited to see what he's like in 4 and 5. I always feel that way whenever I play 3, or so far. This is my second time, I guess, playing through 3, but I felt like that when I was playing DMC 3 the first time with Dante, where I was like, man, this is a lot of fun. I can't wait to see how they make this better in 4 and 5. Because I knew 4 and 5 were going to be even better than what it was in 3. And 3 feels pretty good. The camera is still a little clunky. And it feels like you're fighting with it a little bit here. And it's like right before graphics got to like the HD era. You know, the HDMI, Xbox 360, PS3 era. So they're pretty good. But, you know, they're just like... Actually, you know what? I kind of like them better than 4. 5 has obviously better graphics than 4 or 3, but I kind of like the aesthetic of DMC 3's graphics over 4's. I don't think that the realistic games on the PS3 and Xbox 360 era have not aged well in the face department. Like, if you ever look at, like, somebody's face from a quote-unquote realistic game from the PS3 or Xbox 360 era, most of the time it's like right in that area where it's better than PS2, but it's like not as good as like PS4 or like Xbox One. So it's kind of like in that uncanny valley territory a little bit, where it's like, oh, that's kind of a person's face. Yeah, I can see that. But it's also like, oh, that's not a person. That's a very waxy person. You know? Shoot. That charge attack is brutal. Does a lot of damage there. Okay. How do you guys feel about fighting games? I bring this up because Vergil is obviously in a fighting game. Bad dogs, maybe? There's technically 3 of them, right? One of them should know better. Dogs are so great. Ugh. Gosh darn cats getting me up in the middle of the night. I actually got to cut that out. One of my New Year's resolutions is to stop letting my sister's cat get me up in the middle of the night to let it in and stuff. I'm just gonna ignore it. It'll probably still wake me up for like a few weeks, but like I need to get it to stop doing that like at all. So it's gonna probably not get up in the middle of the night. Like I'll let it'll probably still wake me up, but I just like won't get up because it'll like paw at the window to like have me let it in. And I do feel bad, right? Especially as it gets colder, but like at the same time I need my sleep. And I think I've been noticing like I always feel tired. I wonder why that is. Oh, maybe it's because I have to get up 2 or 3 times in the middle of the night to let my sister's cat in or out. Like, maybe that's it. Maybe that's got something to do with it. Yeah, cats are fine. They're fine. But, like, cats like you because of what you can do for them. Like, my bed is half made right now because I was doing sheet laundry earlier today, and I started putting the bed back together, and my cat decided, oh, you're not using this right. And so she hopped on the bed, and so the bed is like half made, and she's just like laying on it right now. Which, that's whatever. I don't care that much, but like, I don't know. Yeah. The only fighting games I've fighting game in quotation marks here, is Smash Bros, which is more of a party game than a fighting game in a lot of respects. Melee is obviously a caveat to that. And I think, shoot, that's unfortunate. Ultimate actually has a decent scene, but, I don't know. I just never got into them. It's one of those game types where it's like, you just sink a bunch of hours into it, and stuff. Honestly, I don't think good enough. If I ram my head against a wall enough, I will eventually win against a computer, because the computer is designed to be overcome. Like every video game, you're designed to be able to win eventually if you keep practicing enough. But with a tournament setting or like with an online game or anything like that, you are inevitably going to come up against a wall where you don't have the dedication that some people online do, or like just the muscle memory or whatever to be able to do that. Oh yeah, that did a decent chunk of damage. The trigger explosion there, yeah. Hey Jotaro, how's it going? Oh, ouch. I don't know. Sometimes I feel bad, like, for not playing, like, all the difficulties and stuff on stream. Like, with Resident Evil 2, I could have kept going and done Claire's side of this story. I could have, you know, done the repeat playthroughs for, like, the harder stuff. But at the same time, like, I don't know, you could lose a lot of hours in a lot of games. It just comes down to how much I actually enjoy the game, I guess. And how much time I'm able to put into it without losing my mind. It's weird that I've found some of my favorite... I don't know, I found games that I haven't stopped... Let me start that sentence over again. I have found games that I enjoy quite a bit, and like game series that I enjoy quite a bit, even into my teens and young adult ages. Like, before college, I had never played a Persona game, an SMT game, a Devil May Cry game, and now I have played all of the Devil May Cry games, besides the reboot. I have played all of the Persona games. Well, all the mainline numbered ones. Okay. But anyway, I've played a lot more of those games now, and I quite enjoy them. Which is honestly a good thing, because most of the game series I liked as a kid, they're not doing so hot these days. You want to know the first 3 games that I can remember playing as a kid, and that I really enjoyed? Halo, Pokemon, and Command and Conquer. I don't know how much you guys know about those series, but none of them are doing so hot in like the last 10 years or so. Pokemon's fine, but like, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the 3D shift entirely. Maybe that's just nostalgia and stuff, but I feel like the games kind of got a bit worse in quality when they moved over to 3D in a lot of ways. Oh, there it is. I was wondering when he was going to go into the red. Shoot. And then Halo was not good for a long time, ever since Bungie left. Halo Infinite has gotten better. Like, they finally put out a reasonable amount of content and have started to implement features people really wanted. Very recently, in fact. They recently just updated with their new season that apparently is actually pretty good by all accounts, so that's cool. But it was in a very bad state for a long time there, unfortunately. Like, even the Master Chief Collection was in a really bad state for a really long time. Like, you could not get a proper matchmaking game going or anything. Like, that bad. So that was unfortunate. It's better now. And then Command & Conquer has just completely fallen off the map. The last Command & Conquer game we got was 2 mobile games. One that was nothing like Command & Conquer. And it was like, you know, a mobile game with just like the Command & Conquer character slapped on it. And then another mobile game with the Command & Conquer character slapped onto it. Which is, you know, like, you know those, like, State of Survival, like, basically Clash of Clans with a different skin over it, or, like, different aesthetics or whatever? It was one of those games, but it was completely, excluded the Chinese market. And then, like, the last actual game they tried to make for that series, they turned it into, like, a MOBA game. And, like, and we're probably never gonna get a proper conclusion to that story now because the actor is getting a bit too old. and like the IP has died because of their mismanagement by EA. It's shock of all shocks. So yeah, those were the three like big game series I remember liking a lot as a kid. Like there's other games I obviously played, but those are like the big ones, and they have all had very rough patches or have completely died in like the last 10 to 15 years or whatever. Not 10 to 15, but like, you know, 10 years or so. So it's good that what I'm trying to say is I'm glad I've found new games to enjoy. If them the TLDR, that whole rant, multi-rants actually, because I managed to get in rants about all three game series in one go. As for the rumors of a Persona 5 fighting game, gosh, I kind of hope not, because boy howdy, I really don't want to. I really am tired of Persona 5 spin-offs. I'm honestly, if they put out a Persona 5 Arena like fighting game, I will not play it on stream. I probably will not buy it. Even me, like I have no interest in. Maybe in the future I would consider trying playing through Persona 4's fighting game just for the story or whatever, or just to try it, but I cannot see myself ever playing a Persona 5 fighting game. I just go play Smash and buy Joker's DLC. Like, what are we doing here? Do we really need another P5 game? Like, move on already. Everybody, pretty much everybody else has. I don't know why they can't move on. I was so distracted by terrible gaming choices in rants that I got died there. I don't know, because I haven't been able to see actual gameplay really too much besides like the beta stuff, and I haven't even looked at too much of that stuff ever since the original announcement of the beta and stuff. It's on the line, I'll say that much, from experience with the KH series, Kingdom Hearts series, which also got 2 mobile games that had really convoluted lore. I will say, you're on thin ice there, bucko, when you start putting out like mobile games for that kind of stuff. You're on real thin ice. Because like, I mean, it's one for KH, it was really annoying because they would put like a lot of plot stuff in there, but that's just an evolution of the horrible ways that that story has been told over like the last, what, 10, 15 years now? Like, Kingdom Hearts telling its story, shoot, that was just dumb. Its backstory and its like convolutedness in just a bunch of different mediums has been a thing ever since the Game Boy Advance. Like, literally the second game in the series was on the Game Boy Advance. Was a card battling system instead of like an actual action RPG. And, well, it was kind of an action RPG, but it had like this card-based system that was like, yeah, and like had weird compressed cutscenes and like, but it had a bunch of lore that would like be really pivotal, and like introduce characters that mattered a lot to the story going forwards. And that was like the second game they put out, and then they came out with Kingdom Hearts 2, which was actually the third game in the series. Gosh, so many rants tonight. But I don't think they're gonna do anything similar to that with Persona 5 Phantom X. I think it'll be a retelling of Persona 5's story as kind of like a what-if kind of thing. I like the design of the new Velvet Room attendant, I'll say that. If it ever came to the States or like got a North American or European release, you know, something in a language I can understand, to be a bit snobbish. But if it got, and also in a region I did not have to create a, you know, Chinese account for, then I would definitely try it. But I think, I don't know, it's just, I think it's too late. Like, I think people are ready to move on. It'll have been, the game came out in what, 2015, I think? I think earlier than that. When did Persona 5 come out? Oh, right, if I alt-tab off of the game, it, like, does that. Hold on. To the internets! I should know this off the top of my head by now. 2016. Yeah, 2016. Okay, so not that quite old, as old as I was thinking. But we're getting up there. It'll have been almost 8 years. Oh, I think that's Persona 5 Royal was 2017. No, I don't think they're gonna put any more effort into porting the Kingdom Hearts games. I think the fact that they didn't bother to put effort in at the start and just gave us the cloud-based games shows that they have no interest. Here, let me put it this way. The Switch is getting replaced at the end of this year, pretty much. Like, it is a open secret at this point that Nintendo is planning on announcing a new console sometime next year, with like a release time of sometime next year. So there's no way they're gonna bother putting in more time for the ports of the Kingdom Hearts games. Now, do I think that maybe when we get the new console, they'll think about properly porting them over, because there'll be more hardware on the new, or sorry, there'll be more power on the new hardware? Yeah, maybe. Maybe that was the plan from the start, and it just didn't work out because they never got, you know, their Switch revision out due to chip shortages with everything that was going on in the world then. Yeah, I think when I looked it up, it said 2015. I think that's the when P5 Vanilla came out, was right around then, 2015, or sorry, 2016. My bad. But so yeah, I don't think we're gonna get like proper ports of the Kingdom Hearts games on Switch, but maybe we'll see them on the new console. Maybe. I wouldn't hold your breath on that though. There's definitely enough hardware on it that if they really wanted to, I think they could have made it work. Especially KH1 and 2. For I mean, for heaven's sake, the Birth by Sleep game was originally on the PS Vita. But I think as is now, I don't think we're ever gonna see the KH games come properly to the Switch as it is. Oh, I killed one of the heads. It's getting down there. I think this is pretty close. Oh, shoot. When did it use my double trigger? Gosh darn it, I thought I was holding down the button to charge it up. Oh, shoot. Well, at least I got the health from it. Oh, if I use the health star, it's almost dead. No. Oh, shoot. Okay, yeah. So close. Ooh. Just a little bit more. I've kind of like stopped switching weapons. Maybe I should be switching weapons more. But I've just been using the Yamato. Like, and the projectile swords for most of these fights at this point. Oh, okay. Still weird that we get a staggered release schedule like that. Although I guess maybe not so much anymore these days. Now you kind of have to do a global release because if one region gets it early, then it's going to be a big thing online. Oh, they're charging up the ball. I would wonder what they're doing when they do that. Well, not always, but sometimes it's not clear. Because they just kind of look like they're just standing there. I think the particle effects on that attack should be a bit bigger to telegraph to the player better that they're charging up a projectile attack. I think the hitbox also is a lot bigger than the attack would suggest. I don't know. Maybe that's just a me problem, but kind of feels like that. It should be visually more clear to the player. Oh well. Oh, here he comes. Well, they come, I guess. Oh, this is the big, yeah. Oh, shoot. Thought I dodged that. Oh, incoming. Shoot. I shouldn't try and get experimental one. Oh, incoming. Probably a DT explosion next to this guy's 3 heads does a lot of damage. Shoot. I imagine so, right? Maybe I should try using a Judgment Cut a bit more here. The fact that it can target even targets that are far away is pretty nice. The only thing is you gotta find the right time to use it, obviously. I'll be honest, I am not paying attention to my combo meter at all. I'm more worried about winning these fights than looking good, if that makes sense. Yeah, the swords do a real good job at stripping away the ice from these guys. Shoot. Here they come. Oh, I see. Okay. When they go into the red form, they have a triple blast on their charge up attack. It goes out in 3 directions. Makes sense. Shoot. And just like that, I'm down to, like, no health again. I wonder if it was a mistake choosing very hard. Oh well. Too late to back out now. Ah, shoot. Ooh. Yeah, that ice breath attack is pretty annoying considering the layer of ice sticks around for a while. And Vergil doesn't have a lot of good moves that keep him in the air for a while, besides his aerial combo, or his aerial attack with the Yamato, so you don't have a lot of leeway for avoiding it, unfortunately. Ooh, hello. Oh, hello. Maybe I should have been using that sword a bit more. That did a ton of damage. Although the double trigger and explosion helped too. Whew, okay. Oh, does he have different attack patterns with the charge up attack? I didn't notice that. I mean, dodge rolling is the way to go there. I didn't even dodge roll there, he just missed. that the pulling back from the chains is slowed down even or is sped up as well. You don't really get a good amount of time to get in there and punish him for charging you, unfortunately. Still, I think I'm doing relatively okay in this fight so far. Although I've yet to kill one of the heads this fight. But it's going alright. Finally getting down his patterns and everything. Fighting the same boss for like half an hour will do that to you, apparently. Start to get decent at it. Oh, jeez. I actually avoided that. Nice. Oh, shit. My best bet is just to punish after one of those attacks. Ah, well. No, literally the attack I was thinking of. Oh, he started out with that attack this time around. Okay. Oop. Come on, Vergil. Face the right direction. Oop. Too early there. Okay. Well, I got through the first half of his health bar relatively quickly. Whew. Oh shoot, I dodge rolled right into that, didn't I? Yeah, I think my best bet is just to wait for him to do a attack I can punish. Like that. Funny how he'll sometimes do the headbutt attack even though you aren't in range. Oh shoot. Beans. Oh, you know. It's been 2.5 hours. We're on the Cerberus boss and I've been on him for like half an hour. Indeed. I think choosing very hard after not playing the game for a few months was a bad idea, but I've committed to it, so, you know, not gonna turn back now. You can dodge roll through that? Oh, you learn something new every 15 to 20 minutes, huh? Here comes, yep, the red. I can get him into red pretty quickly now. Of course, actually beating him once he's gotten there. That's a different matter. Oh, incoming. Yep. Ouch. Oop, jump. I think we almost have enough for another explosion. I should start charging that up. And then I should strip off the ice a minute, if I can, and wait for him to dash attack me again. Oh, shoot. If I can hold on to enough HP to make that viable. Nope, okay, we're gonna go in and... Ah, beans. Okay. It's crazy how much faster the first part of his HP bar goes down compared to the part where he's buffed up, I guess. Maybe it's because his attacks are less frequent, so I feel better about being able to get in here and, like, actually do something a minute. Shoot, nope. He's probably going to go into red mode once I do a bit more damage to him. Ah, shoot, that was dumb. Let me guess, red? Yep, okay. And then they're gonna regen ice. The headbutt. Yeah, keep headbutting me from, or trying to headbutt me, I guess. Ooh. Although I think I've gotten a lot better at this boss fight than I was when I first came through with Dante. Because when I was playing as Dante, I really did not learn his cues very well. Like, I was still having trouble predicting when he would charge when I was playing as Dante. Whereas now, it's pretty clear when he's about to do it for me. But, again, I've spent a lot longer fighting him as Vergil here than I did ever as Dante. Oh, nice! I haven't gotten rid of one of the heads in a long time. In at least, like, the last 10 minutes or so here. Oh! Nice. Got an explosion by both the heads. Oh, that's not good. It does so much damage. I think I got rid of the one that, like, drops icicles from above, which, honestly, that might have been a bad one to get rid of, because that one's, like, the easiest one to deal with. Or the attack I have the most practice dealing with. Oh, shoot. Well, that was dumb. Oh, boy. Dying to the headbutt is always annoying. Because you try and get in there and get some damage off, and they just get you. Hey, thanks for the follow. How's it going? Asriel, son of it. Asrael, son of anarchy? Azrael Ulu. Could have gone with Owo. Well, the good news is this is the first time I think I've gotten, in a while at least, that I've gotten to red without having to use double trigger, so that's good. I'll strip back the the ice and then go in for some damage here in a minute. Oop. Oh, dang. You got me with that swipe as soon as I got a double trigger. Oop. Get away from him before he gets me with the headbutt again. Ouch. Oh, come on. If I can get a little bit more double trigger going here, I can double trigger and get some health back. Not that it'll matter at that much, but... Oh. Shoot. So hard to get in there with the physical attacks, because he has so many ways of deleting you with physical attacks himself. Why, unfortunately, standing back with the projectile swords and like getting rid of his ice is such a good tactic, unfortunately. So weird how little of a threat that breath attack is before the red phase, and then like in the red phase it's killed me so many times, and it lingers so long. The charge times for his attacks gets real low too. I feel like the red phase actually activates a lot sooner than it did with Dante. If I remember correctly, the red phase activated about 1 or 2 heads in. So like when 1 or 2 of the heads were already destroyed for Dante. I could be wrong on that. It's been a few months since I played through as Dante, but I seem to remember that happening right about then. Okay. Oh shoot! I thought that was the head that shoots the ice blast, not the one that covers the ground in frost. Oopsie poopsie. Well, I gotta say, it's like playing through DMC 3 all over again. Even though I've gotten better at the games, putting the difficulty up this much makes it feel like I've barely gotten better at all. This is just dumb. I'm just rushing in way too much here. Oh wow, okay. I didn't expect him to go into red that quickly. Yeah, it's not clear what the conditions are for him to go into the red state. I assume it would be an HP like level, like once you reach like 75% of health or whatever. But I don't know, sometimes he doesn't do it. Maybe it's because I'm still attacking him and he gets stunned by that, so he can't change over until he gets a chance or something, but I think he doesn't have like the quick swipe attack until he gets into the red as well. He still has the headbutt. Okay, so maybe he does. I'm being way too reckless, aren't I? Just jumping in there. Cat wants to come in. She can wait until I've died again. Won't be too long, I'm sure. Kind of funny that he says blast just like Dante does during his combo there. I know this weapon combo is supposed to be like very reminiscent of pretty much the same as Dante's combos with his regular sword, but it's kind of funny that they even say the same like voice lines. Ouch. Okay, I'm gonna go let the cat in real quick. Stretch my legs. I'll be right back. Ooh. Ah, yes. Do cats really have 9 lives? No, it just feels that long when living with you. I mean, to be fair, John is the kind of guy who thinks that playing Connect the Dots with all the splattered bugs on his windshield is the idea of a good time. That is an actual Garfield comic, by the way. Remember that, like, Garfield without Garfield thing that somebody did? Where they just took out, like, all the thought bubbles and, like, Garfield being in the comics? And just left John, pretty much. And, like, it was just, like, obviously super depressed considering the fact that, you know, Garfield never actually talks back or anything. Oh. Although I will say, the fact that it feels like it's been a while today is not because of the cats. It just actually has been a while. Gosh, can you imagine if I had to run back to the spot and like replay through the whole level every time I died to Cerberus? Instead of having that checkpoint there right before Cerberus's boss fight. I was wondering when he was gonna turn red. I can tell you this much. We wouldn't be finishing this boss fight today. Probably finishing it next week. I'd have to get some more red orbs going at least. Oh, come on. That frost lasts so long on the ground. Ooh, okay. I think you can break those ice projectiles, by the way. It's such an ineffective attack when he's not in the red state, but when he gets there, that thing becomes such a pain in the neck. Thought dodge rolling in this game is annoying. I remember that being a problem when playing as Dante too. The dodge rolls are just not very good. It might be because like they're trying to encourage you to use Trickster if you really want to avoid damage. But yeah, it's annoying how bad the dodge rolls were in this game compared to previous games. Ouch. Is there a tell for that attack? I still haven't figured out the tell for the side swipe attack. For the paw. Yeah, just kill me. I got hit by the transformation. It's pretty much over. He's not even at half health yet. Yep, okay. Is there anything else for me to rant about while I'm getting my butt kicked by Cerberus here? I've done most of my rants. Like, I've done those rants before about the different game series. I guess I could go into more detail about one. I don't know. It just sounds so negative. Me being kind of negative like that. Even the ranting was like, man, it's too bad the old games that I liked as a kid suck, but at least I found some other games series I like recently. So there was some positivity to that. Silver lining. I wonder if it's a certain amount of damage dealt to the heads that puts him in red. That would explain the variable time on actually when they go into the red state. There it is. See, like, what am I supposed to do there? Okay. Besides buying the double jump, of course. Yeah, I might have to farm out some red orbs or something. Oh, how are we doing on time? A little bit past dinner time. Sorry, just turning back on my phone to see if anybody's texted me about dinner. Well, let's see. Let's give it another, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. We'll see how it goes. And then I think I gotta call it at some point. Sometimes it's good to, like, pull back and get a break from something like this anyway. I can't tell you how many times I've come back to a game, and I feel like I've actually been better at it than when I last played it. Although sometimes that's probably just because I last played it as a kid or whatever. And it'll give me some time to get some upgrades going as well. So, but we'll see. I haven't given up yet. Not completely, anyway. Shoot. Like, what am I supposed to do there, huh? Ouch. Ah. Okay. Let's say 3 more tries, shall we? I'm gonna probably, I think now, after this, I'm gonna try and implement a death counter. But that means I'll have to, like, watch through and see how many times I died tonight. Yeah. As usual, the pets rule the household. Hello. How's it going, you cutes? Why the sad face? Oh, there's the red. Okay. Thank goodness he keeps missing. Holy cow, I got pretty lucky there. He got kind of into a cycle there where he kept trying to use that same move, but I was like outside of his range. This is very hard, literally and figuratively. So one below DMD. And it has been very hard because I have been getting owned by Cerberus for the last probably hour and a half. We're getting, yeah, I think probably to an hour and a half here where I've been stuck on Cerberus. Oh, beans. Oh, tea and crumpets. Son of a nutcracker. Elf is unironically a fun movie to watch. Changing my mind. Yeah, yeah. Yes, my first time playing Vergil, and it's been a few months since I've played DMC 3, because I went and played DMC 4 and 5 after this, and so I'm coming back around to play through all the Vergil playthroughs. I thought, why not try very hard? I don't want to do DMD without any upgrades or anything, but I'll try very hard. That may have been a mistake, but it's a mistake I've committed to. I give it one more try here, because it's been like 3 hours or so overall. It took me about a little over half an hour to get through the first fight, like the first fight properly, just because I didn't have any upgrades or anything. I think you're technically not supposed to be able to do very hard until you've played through the game once, so maybe it's more difficult than it even should be, because you probably should have some upgrades by now, or at least more than... Yeah, I don't know, if I enjoy a game, it's fun to play through, especially if it's got things to learn and stuff. Like, I've definitely learned this guy's patterns a lot more than I had to when I played as Dante. Depends on the game for me. Also, how much content and like meat on the bones there is after a first playthrough. DMC games have a lot of replayability with the different difficulties, things to unlock, upgrades to buy. Not to mention like all the secret missions and stuff. Oh, Sonic Frontiers is kind of a hard game then? I guess some of the Sonic games have been fairly hard. They can be quite old school after all. Shoot. Shoot. You know what would have been cool? If they had the time, it would have been cool if they had a bunch of cutscenes for Vergil here. Because, like, I think it's towards... Is it this game? No, it must be... Sorry, I'm thinking of 5. I was thinking of 5. You know, 5, he says, if things were the other way around, would you have had my life and me yours or whatever? I think towards the end of 5. Shoot. So it would have been cool if they had cutscenes where it was basically like, what if, you know, Vergil and Dante's roles were swapped here in DMC 3. That would have been kind of fun. Kind of like a fun what if and a reason why, you know, you're doing all the same things Dante did. I still haven't played Sonic Frontiers at all. I don't know. It seems like fun. Yeah. Do you mean DMC 5 or the reboot? I don't think Vergil's in the reboot, is he? I gotcha. Although, considering the fact that, like, he's literally the main antagonist of that entire game in one form or another, I don't know how much of a rehabilitation arc he gets. I think he just loses at the end, so he, like, it is a very Vegeta thing, but he, like, loses at the end, so he complies, and that's basically what it is. Because then they immediately go back to fighting each other as soon as, like, the immediate threat is resolved. In the, demon world. I mean, it definitely humanizes him quite a bit, because you get to see more of him with V, and, like, you get a little bit of backstory on what happened with Dante and Vergil when they were younger. But, I don't know if it really is his redemption arc. Maybe in DMC 6 or something. He tore off his own son's arm to gain more power. I don't know if you call that a redemption arc. I don't know. Generally speaking, that seems like not a redemption arc move. I mean, yeah. But, like, he still stole his son's arm. It's not very redemption behavior. Why did he get so weak anyway? Because he crawled his way back from the devil world without the Yamato? Was that what it was? What happened to Vergil between 3 and 1, and then him coming back in 5? It's all very murky, like what exactly he was doing that entire time. I don't think he knew that he would regrow the arm. I don't think that was... Vergil had any concern for what would happen to his son after he took the arm. Although, to be fair, I don't think he knew it was his son, because he seems rather surprised towards the end of the game to learn that Nero is his son. We also don't get any, like, hey, what happened there kind of thing. It's just kind of like, well, I guess you were young too as well once. Ah, shoot. We never learned anything about Nero's mom, as far as I know. Maybe it's like in a thing somewhere, but... Because I know there's the anime and stuff too. I should watch that at some point. Probably can't do that on stream, but maybe, you know, on Discord or something. Could screen share it or something. He didn't know that Nero was holding a sword? Isn't the whole reason he went to Nero is because he was looking for his sword? I thought he just didn't realize that Nero was his son, because, like, he seemed rather surprised about that later. And was in such a state that he wasn't really thinking clearly, it seemed like. Yeah. Yeah, I think he was just going for the sword. I don't think he even knew that Nero was his son or anything. I don't think he was in any sort of state to even realize that, to be honest with you. He was not doing so hot when he first met Nero. Oh! Wait, did I destroy it or not? Huh. Apparently you can destroy the ice blasts if you time it right, which can give you some orbs. Oh, let me see if I got the dinner bell rang. Dinner is ready or not. If so, I'm probably going to call it because A, I'm getting hungry, and B, I've been at this for over 3 hours. Nope. No dinner bell. Alright, we can go for a bit longer. A bit longer. Just a teeny weeny itsy bitsy that she wore the first time we met. That song sexist now? I don't know. I think it's just thirsty, as the kids would say. Yeah, I know Yamato has a good jump attack, but doesn't have a lot of good air combos, unfortunately. I find the uppercut with the uppercut combo with this weapon does better. Oh, come on. Shoot. Now, if only there was an easy way to avoid the ice breath attack. Yeah, that works pretty well. Seems like it stuns them a decent amount too, at least until they go into the red state. Shoot. Wish I had the double jump for this fight. It would make avoiding that ice attack a lot easier. I guess if I don't finish the fight today, or I don't beat it, rather, I'll try and make that a priority for buying stuff. I don't think it's that much, is it? It's like 20,000 for Dante, I think, usually. Ah. Really hate that swipe attack. Okay. Okay, so I know I said 3 more tries like half an hour ago, but seriously, like 3 more tries, I think. At this point, I'm just kind of running my head against a brick wall. Might be better to go back and get some more red orbs before next stream. Get some more upgrades going. Give me a bit more leeway with this fight. Well, they've gotten pretty good. I don't know, I've gotten close a couple of times. I guess I could use one of the vital stars, but I usually don't use items. At this point, it's been a while. Well, if I get close again or something, like if it's real close, maybe I'll use it, but... Stupid headbutt attack over and over again. I can't believe I ran into that a bunch of times. Yeah, I'm getting a little less concentrated too. Like I'm doing dumb stuff like that. Like I just ran into that headbutt attack like 3 times. I think... I'm trying to think what boss I've spent the longest on in a video game on stream before. So the final boss of the answer from P3 Fez took a while. Like I think that one took about an hour because I was under-leveled for that fight. It was just like a really long fight where I spammed a bunch of items I had hoarded throughout the whole game. And it took a while, but I got it done. Couple of DMC 3 boss fights I think took half an hour to an hour, especially towards the end there with the boss rush area towards the end of the game. And then there was one boss fight like a couple of years ago. There's a game series called Gunvolt. Yeah, Ezra Striker Gunvolt, which is basically a creation of the people who made the Mega Man Z and X games. I think it's like, I don't know if it's the exact same people, but it's definitely heavily inspired by those games. They're pretty fun. The last boss, though, of the first game gave me a lot of trouble. And I think I spent like 2 or 3 hours on that boss fight. Just constantly trying that boss fight over and over again. Ah, shoot. Okay, so that's 1. So 2 more tries here a minute. Not bad. Yeah, I think if I got a couple more health upgrades, I would definitely have a lot more leeway, if nothing else. Because I died, like, with just a little bit of health left before a couple of times when he was almost dead himself, so... Ouch. Oh my gosh. Everything does so much damage when he's in the red. Ouch. Well, give it one more try then. Ooh. But yeah. I'll definitely have to get some upgrades going. I think if I can get a couple more health upgrades, and then get the double jump, I think I can do this fight fairly easily, actually. Because the double jump should help me avoid his ice breath attack in the red phase, which has killed me a good chunk of times. And does a lot of damage when he's in his red phase. And then I guess maybe some Devil Trigger upgrades wouldn't be bad either. That actually does quite a bit of damage. Hold on. Wait. Am I gonna beat him, actually? Hold up. This is definitely the best I've done in a little bit here. Nice. I have no idea what's for dinner. I think we usually eat dinner late on Thursdays just due to work schedules. So I don't know if there'll be anything specific. I might just do some canned soup. Some hearty Campbell's or whatever. Alright, you know what? This is the last attempt. Yep, okay, this is the last attempt of the night. I'm gonna use a Vital Star. I've only got the small one, but I'm gonna use it. And we're gonna see if I can win here in a minute. I guess I could also spam items a bit if I farmed up some more red orbs, but I usually don't do that. I'd rather spend the red orbs on oh, one head left. Oh, but I have like no health. Oh no. Oh no. At least it's the easiest one to avoid. But yeah, rice curry sounds pretty good. Dang it! Alright. Oh, I think that's a good final attempt for tonight. I think any more than that is like... Yeah. Okay. Been at it for like 3.5 hours. First half hour was literally just trying to get through that first fight, and I think about 2 hours of that has been trying to get through Cerberus, so I think I'm gonna have to get some more upgrades going here a minute, and then we'll come back to this on Tuesday. Because what do I really need? It would be nice to level up Dark Slayer, because that's almost done. Or that's almost leveled up to level 2. I don't know what we get at level 2, but getting some more maneuverability would be nice. And then yeah, I tried to push it a bit too much, maybe towards the end there. I don't know. I don't know. There's been a lot of times when I could have won, but it just came down to a little bit of health where I just got hit in a bad spot or whatever, where I got hasty a little bit. So that's okay. So that's guns. Is there a double jump? Wait, wasn't double jump a tied to style for Dante? Is it the same here, maybe? I don't see double jump anywhere. It might be tied to style then. Yeah, maybe that's what we get at the level 2 style or something. Or level 3. Who knows? Alright. Well, either way. Work on it some more. Come back to it on Tuesday. This has been fun? I think so. I think it's actually been kind of fun. I don't know. It's almost relaxing to die over and over again. Almost. In any case, hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. Doesn't have a double jump? Oh, okay. That's too bad. Would have been made that ice attack a lot easier to dodge. But yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. I think I did. Despite how much I died. I think I am going to try and get a death counter going. So for that, I'm going to need to watch through again and watch how many times I died. So that'll be interesting. Yeah. Saturday at 10. You know I start at 7, right? Or 8? No, I get up at 7. I start at 8. Anyway. But yeah. What was I thinking? I hope you guys all have a good rest of your day. Thanks for hanging out, Union. Akut. Zeril. Alex. Jotaro. Junie's girlfriend. I hope you all have a good one. We had quite a few people come out. I'm always a little surprised. Is it? Hold on. Hold the phone. Literally, I'm holding the phone. Is that right? It is. You are correct. I will change that. How did it do that? Right? Yeah, 10 a.m. Okay. Well, I will fix that. Thanks for pointing that out. Yeah. But in any case, I will hopefully see you guys Saturday then. There will also be a stream on Sunday. I just haven't scheduled it out yet. Probably a good thing. One less thing to fix. But yeah, I will hopefully see you guys then. If I don't see you, I hope you all have a great day. And a good afternoon, good evening, and good night. See you guys. See you, Union. Dude. Oh, there he goes.
You're